Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Mashinky. Now where we left off, we were in the process of building a three-way intersection here in some pretty rough terrain, so it's going to cost us a lot of money, but we actually managed to get a bit of a pop-up here with a logs processing quest with some choices available. So they want me to, they say, I have a big problem here, we have a big problem, our company has invested considerable funds in logging technology, your company is barely delivering half of what our sawmills can handle. We demand that you increase the delivery of logs by at least half the capacity of our mills. I'll do a full capacity quest here. So I have to deliver 400 logs to any sawmill in 1 year. Well, I think I'll actually be able to pull that off over here. We'll see. Maybe we'll have to do a little bit of work. Let's see. Okay, we were making an intersection around over here because I want to show off basically making intersections. Okay. So I need to do, oops, I did not mean to actually confirm that, but I will live with that being the way it is. So we need to check, what is this? This is 10. This is 11. So that's actually okay. I'm actually going to bring this up a level here. Real quick. With the, what is the raise tool hotkey? Z. Okay, so I'm going to bring all this up a level. As well as here. We want everything to be on the same level if we can manage it. And I am trying to make a concerted effort here to, instead of using the mouse, I'm going to try and use the hotkeys for playing the game, because I think it'll actually make my gameplay a little bit more efficient and more easy to watch. Okay, so we're going to lower this terrain. There's a lot of terraforming we need to do here, so I'm actually going to speed up time. This needs to be basically eliminated. So, the most important area over here. See if we can get this flattened out so that we can talk about the design of this this intersection. So the very first thing we're going to want to do is we want to get a patch of terrain here, like that, lowered. And trust me, this will make sense, I promise. Now, what is this? This is XC. Okay, this is C. So I'm going to do a little bit of flattening here just to get my room ready. Okay, so the very first thing is we want to be able to turn. Well, the most important thing here is that we get a bridge across this. Now the question is, we also need railways to go down the center like this. The intersection is a little bit complicated. I think I've built them before for you guys to see. So this is an important thing here. This actually needs to go up like that. What's the bridge building hotkey? B. So then this needs to go across like so. So you can see we're building a high throughput intersection here. It'll make sense in time, I promise. So we will connect these two. Not enough tokens. Oh, I need to speed up time. I need to borrow a little bit of cash so that my trains don't run out of money. We'll let time run through a little. We can check out our networks. You can see, oh, look at that conversion. We're getting a lot of these nice tokens. Which actually, I think if I go over to here, that means if I went into the sawmill, I could actually get the drying storage, for example. I could also get the steam sawmill, which would increase the number of planks that I can get. But if I were to do this, this would have to all be the same level. So I think I will get the steam sawmill here. Too close to another station. That's really dumb. I've had this bug before and it really bothers me every time it comes up. I've never been able to get it to work. Like, it let me build it there, which is annoying. So this means I can now deliver coal in here too. So where are my... So my trains that are heading this way, I'm going to want to catch them on the way up. You can see I'm starting to get congestion now. Not a huge amount of congestion, but at least some congestion that's worth keeping an eye on. Okay, so this guy's going to want to go to the depot. After he picks up his logs. Because now that I want to deliver coal to that other station, I may as well use this coal. So after you go in there and pick that up... Oh. Reverse. You're going to the depot. I want you to stop. I need to like turn this around. So that you stop. I want you to ignore the next signal. I'll sort these out in a bit. Go into the depot. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to take a couple of these off. I'll sell them. And then I will put coal wagons on them. What is your length right now? 1, 2, 3. I'll put 3 coal wagons on you, so you'll carry coal with your wood now. And then I want you to skip your next order and go back to station 9. And then I'll fix this signal. Ah, God damn it. And then I'll start you off, and you should head back in here and pick up coal to deliver with your wood. You're going a pretty weird way, but that'll be fine. I'll have to do something similar with this guy. So yeah, you're going to turn... Wait there, I'm going to turn this signal around. You're going to go to the depot. I want you to ignore your next signal. Oh, I got the deforestation reward. That's quite a bit of cash. It's a good thing that we're doing this over here, because this will eat up some of these quests. So you're going to go there. Go into the depot. Okay, I have you selected. We'll open up the depot. On this train, I'm only going to take away one of the wood wagons. So if I go in here and I pull this off, I sell, and then I add some coal wagons to you. There, I'll add a couple of coal wagons, so you'll carry mostly wood, but still a little bit of coal. Then you can get started, and I want you to skip that order, so you should turn left here. And you'll go in and pick up some of this coal here. Because otherwise this coal is going to waste, right? And this thing over here needs coal delivered. If it has coal, it'll more efficiently convert into planks. At least that's the impression I'm getting from this, this thing here. And so coal has been delivered. And now we should get more efficient planks out of it. Connect 2 cities with rail. So they want me to connect Hereford with Manchester. That's going to be a down the road sort of thing. Right now I want to work on this intersection. Okay, so we fiddled around. We made a couple of changes to this guy over here. Made a few different changes, and now we need to go and finish this intersection that we've already invested quite a bit of cash into. Right, so the very first thing that we're going to want to do is make sure we can cross-connect. Like this. So a train that has come in here and come out can go up this way and head all the way back over to the wood station. Now a train coming from the wood station that wants to turn left has a very interesting journey to take. It's going to want to go through the intersection and around. I think that's actually less efficient. Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do a single directional looping to make this easier, because otherwise I'll have to demolish a lot of the mountain. So we're going to do a single directional looping. Like this. I'll need to flatten more terrain over here. Like that. And then this track is going to come around as well. Like so. Once I have this finished out, I'll explain it. It's kind of hard to explain. Those of you who've seen something like it before, it'll make sense. Okay, and we're going to demolish that mountain essentially. And then we're going to connect up this station. The station also needs its own loop. Like so. Train 8 has been stopped at a signal for a while. Oh, right. Whoops. I fixed it. I promise. Right. So that is train 8 taken care of. Oh my god, man. This game is so... there's so much happening that it's hard to keep track of everything all the time. Right, so we need to do another roll in, roll out over here. Let me do this. To there. I'll flatten this area. Just kind of being really aggressive with my flattening right now. 1, and then 3 and 3. And then a track, and then a crossover. And then you can connect like this. Okay, great. So we're going to do roll in, roll in. That should be that way. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1. And then we'll do this sort of thing as well. Okay, now we also need to be able to turn right here. Like that. Okay, so there we go. This is all connected up and ready to be signaled. And I'm going to explain it by taking the journey that this wooden plank here is going to do, okay? So the train comes in on either of these tracks, okay? It then leaves out straight, comes around, follows the exit track here. Maybe it's kind of easier to see like this. It comes out this track, this particular track. Can I use a highlighting tool? It comes out this track. I'll just try to I'll try to keep my highlighter on this. It'll come along here, okay? Now, this train wants to get over to station 15. So what it's going to do is it's going to turn right in order to turn left. It's going to turn right. It's going to come up along this. It'll come along here. It'll run under the bridge. It goes straight along and then into the station. Now, the wood gets turned into planks. Now the planks journey begins. The planks are going to come out here. I'm going to have to tidy this up a little bit so it's not a slope. But the planks come out along here. They follow along this track. Okay, the planks come to the intersection. And the planks are going to go straight through under the bridge. They're going to turn right in order to go left. Now that's what's confusing about this is because the train has to turn the opposite way that it wants to go. It turns right, it comes around the loop, goes straight in over here, drops off its stuff. And there you go, now you get wood plank tokens. And then the train pops out the exit, comes around this way, follows along the track, and heads back in by turning right into here. Now that wood, the log thing that drops off, when it exits, it just goes up and turns to the right. It'll make more sense, right? I'm going to signal it up and hopefully that'll add more sense to it. So this is the right-hand track. Like so. You always want to have... These sorts of things work best with a lot of signals. I've always found. because it helps make the trains not get confused about where they're going and where they want to be. Like so. There we go. We'll put a signal over here, here, and then a signal like this. So there's all the signals. Trains can turn trains can turn this way and go that way. They can go straight through the loop and go around. They can come in this way, go around this loop, and come in this way. They can come in this way and go that. So you can kind of I hope this makes sense. Now that I've added signals, the arrows should help a little bit in it, you know, making a bit of sense. It makes total sense to me, but I've done this a bunch of times. Oh, speaking of which, it's the R key for removal. And we'll just tidy up this a bit. So I need the X key for down. Down terraforming. And then it is the E key to make more track. And what is the signal F? F for signals. We'll add a little bit of signalage over here. Oh, did not quite meant to do that. What's the R key? Okay. So we'll add a little bit of signals for smooth operation purposes. Just add a bit of spacing. And the basic rule that I always find really helps me make efficient tracks is just to always try to imagine yourself as the train and then think, where does the train want to be? So in my network, for example, the trains always want to be on the right-hand side of the track. And so you should try to design your track with that in mind. Okay, I think that's enough signals. There could, you know, there could be some more signals over here. I need to get out of the habit of using my mouse. I need to get into the habit of using the hotkeys because it will make me more efficient. Okay, so now that we have this set up, this took a while to build, but it's because it's a fairly complex thing that can hold a lot of traffic. Now we need to do the really hard part, which is actually the the depots. Well, it's not that hard, but it's kind of fiddly. So the depots, there needs to be a way to get in and out of the depot. And what I usually do is I put them towards the end here. So let me just get rid of these guys. Oh, I should use the R key. Gotta try and remember that. What's the depot key? G. Okay, I would like to move this back a bit, so let me smooth this out. And I'll just tidy this up a little. Because sometimes the game it's a bit weird about how it builds its tracks. Okay, that's nicer. And then I want to put my F thingies. And there we go. So now trains can stop at the depot and leave the depot and all that good stuff. So this is going to be where most of my trains come from. Ideally, I would have another depot somewhere else, but this will be fine. So we're going to create a new train here. This will be the 284 Class 65 train. And this particular one is going to be carrying a lot of wood. We'll bring it all the way up to size 5.8. Your orders are to go to the forest near Glasgow. And then to the station 15 near here. I will tell you to get a full load at the forest near Glasgow. And so we're going to just one by one send these trains out. Did I not send you to go? There you go. We want to send these trains one by one out just to make sure that they follow the track perfectly well and that they can navigate around without too many issues. Now, why didn't you turn to the right here? Well, let's check our signaling. You should have turned to the right here. That's really curious, because you should not have gone straight. You definitely should not have gone straight, I can tell you that much. So there is a signal problem somewhere. Oh, it's because you're turning around. Right, no, never mind, never mind. He's doing the right thing. Indeed, he's doing the right thing. That was my mistake, actually. So you're going to fill up with wood. And where's your next destination? Okay, this time if the train pathing AI is intelligent, it should turn to the right here. And there it is. Well, it's turning to the right to go left in its perspective. Always remember, when I say right and left, I'm talking about from the train's perspective. Okay, so the train drops off a bunch of stuff, and then it should make it all the way back. It should turn right here, and then go straight. Okay, great. So the first train is complete. Now we want to get another one of these 284 classes, and we're going to fill this one with Ronghoffers. Till we have a size 5.5 is a good size. We will tell it to go to the station 15 near Bournemouth, and then the station 16. So let's get it started and see how it goes. Did I not tell you to go? I thought I did. There it is. Let's follow it. So it should make it here. It should turn to the right up here in a moment. And then do a big loop. And there it is. Nice big loop. Go under the bridge, head up to the station. It'll stop in the station and pick up stuff. Okay, excellent. See, it's filling up over here. Didn't quite get everything it needs, but it got most. It's going to exit. And then when it comes up to here, it'll go straight through underneath, do a loop. It'll go underneath the bridge and turn to the right. Okay, and then it'll go straight through over the bridge and into this station. Drop off its load. And there we go. Okay, so we know this one is working just fine. Oh. I could do little whistles. So we know that one's working just fine. Now we just need to make sure we're saturating the capacity of this network. So I'm going to use 2 of these wood trains. I'm going to get a second one. And it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your maximum capacity? I can't quite see you. Is that one more? You will copy the orders of this train. And then I will get you started. That'll be fine. So 2 wood trains should be able to handle this, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to upgrade this to have a tree nursery and a lumberjacks, and mainly clearing as well is something I want. Like so. I'd also like to get the charcoal kiln up here. And I also want to get the lumberjack storage, so I will save up for that. Something I should have done is had these guys to have coal carts on them. That's a modification I'll make in a little bit. I should have been forward thinking here. I'll probably replace 1 cart and then add 2 little shitty carts at the end. So let me go, I'm going to make a modification to you to pick up coal as well. So you're going to go to the depot. Okay, I'll pull a thingy off you. And then I will stick a couple of these talbots on the end. And that'll bring you up to a good size. And I'll tell you to go. It doesn't need to transport a huge amount of coal. It just needs to transport some coal. Alright, go to the depot. And we'll do something similar for you. We'll pull off one of your carts and we'll add a couple of talbots. And then we'll tell you to go. So this particular load, they'll sacrifice 7 wood for 12 charcoal, which will make sense later. Oh, a ruined church. Deliver material to the ruined church near Liverpool. Oh my god, there's 2 post offices here. Ah, so the ruined church. So what do I get for doing this quest? Oh, I get a bunch of money for doing that quest. Very nice. Anyway, so let me head back over to where I was playing around here. Yes, now we need to upgrade the sawmill as well. We want to get the steam sawmill because we are going to be delivering coal. Tough choice. Let me see here. Tough choice. The company's reputation is spread to the point where you have multiple service requests on the table. Unfortunately, we can't satisfy everyone from all these business opportunities. I chose the two most interesting. I'll say passenger. So you want me to deliver 2,000 passengers, and that'll give me some of these coal things. Great. Right. Now, this forest, I need to get the lumberjack storage because I want even more. I want this to be maximum. I want this to be producing at its maximum capacity because I want to saturate this with trains, right? And the important reasoning behind this design is that if a train stops here, trains can still go over, right? You never get a blockage from... You'll never get an intersection blockage with this. You have to extremely oversaturate with trains to get an intersection blockage here. Okay, so I'm going to invest... Now, I need a lot of wood to invest in here to make this totally efficient, but it'll do the trick for now. I'm going to want even more of these trains to continue to deliver. So I will grab another 284 class here in a moment. And there it is. And I will grab some of these wood wagons. There are a couple of wood wagons already here. So let me grab a few of these. And one more, and then a couple of these coal talbots. And then I'll give it the shared orders of these guys. I'll get you to start. Now, it started off with some wood because there was some wood there. So, are the planks here getting transported? It looks like it. Processing logs. Hey, we got 300 cash for that. So you can see how these guys can run along the same track. Although we do need to be careful because we are not generating a huge amount of coal, but we are spending quite a bit with all these trains now. So that's something we're going to want to keep in mind. So I want to make this even more efficient. I'm going to continue to invest in it. I want to get a toy shop actually, because I do want to get money out of this as well. I'm going to continue to invest heavily in this lumber mill, sawmill thing, because this is going to form the basis of the backbone of my new infrastructure that I'm going to be building, which is going to require a lot of work. Alrighty, now I would like to be getting more coal too. So it looks like there's a lot of planks building up here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build another plank. Another plank train once I have a bit more planks. Tough choice. Excellent. So I will go ahead and invest in the steam age. And I just need 200 planks to go up to the steam age as well. Or rather, whatever the diesel age I think it is. Enter the diesel age, or yeah. So we're going to get a new train now. This is going to be the 284 class 65. This is going to use Wronghoffers with a single linz on the end. And the reason for the linz is because there's going to be spare coal here at Bournemouth, and I want to transport that coal from here over to here to not have it waste, right? Otherwise, it would just go to waste. You're actually also going to be going to the depot to pick up your one as well. So I'm going to tell you to go to depot. And then once we build that, we'll end this episode. But you can see how now we have a really nice network of trains. Now they're using up a lot of coal here, so I am going to want to get more coal, which is part of the motivation behind putting coal in this guy. It means there won't be coal building up here. Oh, that's really interesting. Why didn't you pick up coal? Huh. That's really interesting. I don't know. I for sure would have thought you would have picked up that coal. Okay, let me head into this depot. I want to put a lince on the end. And start. And I'll put a full load order on here. And hopefully that will force the coal to come. Oh, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Oh, I have you on a full load. Skip that order. I want to see if this works. I think you're also stuck on your full load. Ah, that's something you need to be careful about. So you deposited here. Are you going to pick up the coal? Are you going to pick up the coal this time, or do I have to just live with the fact that coal is going to sit here and build up forever? Yeah, okay, so I guess I can't do complex routing like that, so I'll just have to live with the fact that I made a balls of this. We'll get rid of the full load. And similarly, I thought that would work, but I guess it didn't. I was hoping that would work. Anyway, I'll call that the end of that episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, though, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!